for a charge involving a warrant for a criminal trespass that the jail found. I am going to quash that warrant, release you. Your next court date in justice court is going to be September 29th at 8:30 a.m. And I'll let them know that you're in custody on another matter. Thank you.
Okay. Number 29.
You'll get paperwork.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
What is your full name, please?
Carla Valdez.
Say your first name again.
Carla Valdez.
All right, Ms. Valdez, looks like you're charged with burglary in the 3rd degree. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding his bond recommendation, then I'll hear from your attorney. I also see you have a Department of Corrections hold on you. Mr. Poston? If you could unmute yourself, Mr. Poston.
Your Honor, on Ms. Valdez, the state is asking for a $1,500 bond for time credit. It would appear she's got quite a few other matters that she's not going anywhere on.
Any objection by the defense?
No, Judge, given the hold.
All right, Ms. Valdez, your bond's set at $1,500. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set September 29th at 1:30 p.m. And your attorney will be in touch with you soon. Thank you.
Sir, Hello.
How's it going?
What is your full name, please?
Roberto Valenzuela Barrera.
Looks like you're wanted in Maricopa County for a charge of a Class 6 felony endangerment charge and 3 separate DUI charges, a DUI with impairment to the slightest degree, a DUI BAC charge, an extreme DUI charge above a 0.15. The alleged incident date was from January 1st, 2024. I'm going to quash the warrant, enter pleas of not guilty, let you know that you do have a constitutional right to remain silent. When you get to Maricopa County, you'll have counsel appointed. The prosecutors is, I'm going to hear from the prosecutors regarding his bond request, and then I'll hear from your attorney. Mr. Poston?
Forgive me, Your Honor, the sound broke up. Who are we working with now?
Roberto Valenzuela Barrera. You have a position?
One moment. Mr. Barrera is that one. I do not, Your Honor. The state
Defense counsel?
defers.
Judge, it looks like he just took a plea on a case here in Tucson that requires a jail sentence. So we're not going to object to a bond at this time. So he gets time credit.
Valenzuela Barrera, your bond set at $2,500. A review hearing will be set here in Tucson, October 17th at 9 a.m. to see what's happening with your local case. Thank you. You're excused.
Hello.
Evening.
What is your full name, sir?
Michael Wayne Wagner.
We're wanted out of the state of Wisconsin for an OWI charge. I'm not really sure what that is. It's a class,
Operating while intoxicated, Your Honor.
right, operating while intoxicated charge. Looks like the incident date was from September 29, 2024. A warrant had issued for your arrest. I'm going to quash the warrant, enter plea of not guilty, let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent. Deputy County Attorney, do you have a position on bond or not?
Your Honor, it's this, two things stood out to the state on this one. One, this would be his fifth or sixth DUI, OWI, however you want to call it. The Wisconsin warrant specifically does not mention any bond. So the state of Wisconsin doesn't want a bond, him released on bond, it would appear. They want him held no bond. In the alternative, $100,000, Your Honor, looking at the documentation, I could see the reaction from the defendant and defense counsel. The paperwork said fifth or sixth.
Defense counsel?
Just a moment, Judge.
Employment.
Okay, Judge. I don't think there needs to be a bond here. It sounds like he was just placed on probation. He's just waiting for housing through the adult probation office. So I think being on probation will provide the amount of supervision he needs to take care of this. So we're asking for a minimal bond at this point.
Mr. Wagner, I don't know the circumstances of your case there. Your bond set at $10,000. Legal Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your fugitive warrant hearing is set for September 23rd, 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you.
One more question, I'm sorry. So
If I'm going to release the misdemeanor justice court case, do I need to appoint counsel? Okay. All right. What is your full name, please?
Cassie Hubert, Cassie Alexandria Hubert.
Right, looks like you had two warrants for your arrest out of justice court. One case was a domestic violence criminal damage, domestic violence disorderly conduct from August 11, 2023. The other case was a second-degree criminal trespass from November 18th of 2024. Both cases had warrants. I'm going to quash the warrants. For both cases, I'm going to release you. October 22nd, 2025 at 11 a.m. is your next court date for both cases. You must be present. If not, more warrants will issue for your arrest. But you also had a lot of warrants out of city court. On your city court cases, let me see, how many cases do you have? Let's see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cases in warrant status for charges involving criminal trespass, disorderly conduct, indecent exposure, being in a park after hours, assault, drug paraphernalia, reckless burning, obstruction, refusing to provide your true name. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty and quash all of the warrants. Your bond is set at $2,000. I will appoint a city public defender to represent you. And your next hearing date is going to be in city court on November 25th, 2025 at 1:45 PM. And you are excused. Thank you.
He was present for any snake in the corner with the girl. Daniels?
What is your full name, please?
Amber Marie McDaniel McCarthy.
All right, looks like you're here on a warrant for your arrest for a shoplifting charge. I am going to quash the warrant and I'm going to release you, give you a chance to appear on your own. You've got to appear in justice court. If you don't appear, another warrant's going to issue, but the only way you can resolve your case is if you appear in court. September 29th at 8:30 a.m. in justice court, and make sure you appear this time. You are excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just out the door, back to the front.
What is your full name, please?
Gregory Tricio.
Looks like you had a warrant for your arrest at the jail found for a domestic violence assault from May 22nd of 2024. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. Looks like you have a federal detainer on you. I'm going to release you on this misdemeanor matter. Quash the warrant. October 7th at 9 a.m. is your next court date in justice court. And I'll let justice court know that you're currently in custody on that federal detainer. You also got picked up for new charges from today's date for shoplifting and drug paraphernalia. These are charges now pending in Tucson City Court. I am going to release you. Set your next court date in City Court, November 21st at 9 a.m. And I will appoint a city public defender to represent you. And your attorney will be in touch with you if you're still in custody there, but they'll get a hold of you. I'll let them know that you have a federal detainer on you.
Okay. You said you let the justice court matter know that I'm in federal custody.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Let them know too. Thanks.
All right. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Go back out there, go ahead. Both sides?
What is your full name, please?
Juan Carlos Somoza Jr.
All right, looks like you had a warrant for your arrest at a justice court. It was for a charge of domestic violence disorderly conduct from January 19th of 2022. I'm going to quash a warrant. I'm going to release you. You have to appear in court, sir. This case will never go away. It's been 3 years since you've been,
Yes,
this
ma'am.
case has been pending.
I didn't know nothing
Hold
about it.
on, I don't need you to talk, Mr. Somoza. And it looks like the justice court judge wants you held on a $500 bond, but I'm going to give you a chance to appear on your own. September 25th, 2025 at 11 a.m. You must appear. If you don't, more warrants will issue for your arrest. You are
Yes,
excused.
ma'am. Are you the pay? Are you gonna give it to me?
You'll get paperwork.
Thank you, ma'am.
What is your full name, please?
Christopher Lee Thomason.
Mr. Thomason, you're picked up on 5 warrants for your arrest out of South Tucson City Court, all cases involving criminal trespass. Sir, you have to appear in court. I'm not sure how you're not like understanding that, but you got to show up. That's the only way you're going to resolve your cases. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
October 7th at 10 a.m. is your next court date in South Tucson City Court. Make sure you appear. If you don't, more warrants will issue. I'll quash the warrant and release you. Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
What happened? to number 8. Did I skip him somehow? Oh, I was like, I'm losing it here. What is your full name, please? What is your
Oscar Wolford.
with a domestic violence assault charge? I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. If I release you, sir, you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim involved in this case. Do you understand?
Was that set up or?
You can't have contact with Monique. Do you understand?
Yeah, did she do that?
I'm sorry, you can't have contact with her. I'm going to allow you to be released. Don't go to where she lives. Don't go to where she works. Stay away from
She lived
her.
with,
Hold
was
on,
it-
I'm not asking you any questions. I'm just letting you know. Do not have contact with her. Do you understand? Do you understand, sir?
yes, is it a restraining
All right.
order?
I'm letting you know you cannot have contact with her. So it's a court
I've heard
order.
that twice.
Do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. I will release you, give you a chance to appear on your own in justice court, September 29, 2025 at 10:30 a.m. Make sure you appear. If you do not, a warrant will issue for your arrest. You are excused, sir. Thank you.
I'll show you that up for here.
Michael Jeremy Duarte.
You have a case out of Tucson City Court for charges involving domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct ×2. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Mr. Duarte, I'm willing to let you be released, but you're not allowed to have any contact with Alyssa. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't call her, don't see her, don't have any contact with that person. Don't commit any further acts of domestic violence. I will release you. Your next court date's in City Court, October 21st, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Make sure you appear. If you do not, a warrant will issue for your arrest. You are
Yes, ma'am.
excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
What is your full name, sir?
Michael Shane McCassin Jr.
What's your last name, please?
Caston.
Oh, Caslin. Okay. Mr. Caslin, looks like you had a warrant for your arrest at a justice court for 2 separate matters. One case was, actually, let's see, these are all warrants for your arrest on 3 charges. One case was a possession of drug paraphernalia theft from August 9th of 2020. One case was, and there was a $50 request for a bond. Shoplifting, criminal trespass from December 23rd, 2020. And then you have a warrant for doesn't list what the charge is. Just says failure to appear. And then you have a new charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty to all the charges, quash those warrants. For all of your 4 justice court cases, I'm going to release you. You'll need to see a judge in justice court October 22nd, 2025 at 11 a.m. For each of your cases. If you do not appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest. You understand?
Yes.
You got to remember, sir, you got to show up. See, You also had a cases out of city court for warrants for your arrest for a shoplifting case, and then a separate case for a DUI charge. The DUI case has been pending since, sorry, March 2nd of 2021. On the DUI case, your bond is set at $1,000. I'll appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. You'll see a judge in city court on September 26, 2025 at 1:45 p.m. And your attorney from the city public defender's office will see you soon. Thank you.
So,
What is your full name, sir?
Thomas Sandin.
Looks like you're wanted out of the state of Virginia for a fugitive from justice charge. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding his bond recommendation. Then I will hear from your attorney, Mr. Hosen. If you could unmute, please.
Your Honor, the state submits on the written recommendation $1 million.
Defense counsel?
Judge, we'd be asking for no bond and give him a chance to show up in Virginia and deal with this. Not a no bond hold, but release to pretrial services. This warrant was just issued 3 days ago. We don't know the date of the offense. He has housing away from minors that was confirmed. He has housing, employment, and support from his dad. He can also go stay in Virginia with his dad and deal with this case locally. He doesn't have any priors, misdemeanor or felony. He's only a 1 on both the scales and only 23 years old. So for all those reasons, Judge, we're asking you give him a chance to show up and deal with this warrant without having to pay a bond.
Mr. Habit, I don't know the nature of the charges in this case. So I am going to set your bond at $100,000. Your legal defender's office is appointed to represent you. You'll have a fugitive warrant hearing September 23rd, 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you.
Hello.
What is your full name, sir?
Kevin Tennessee Kirk.
I waive reading of the complaint. I will enter pleas of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent. You do have an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor and from the county attorney's office regarding his bond recommendation. Then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Poston.
$250,000, Your Honor. 10 charges, but
ahead.
there are 10 charges, but as the court can see in the interim complaint, there could be as many as 191 violations here.
Defense counsel.
Judge, we'd be asking for a much lower bond than the 250,000. He just has some old priors, but they're out of state. They do not contain the same sort of nature. They're not violent. He looks like he has housing with a roommate. He does have employment, but he's working at Walmart. So I can't imagine he's making enough to be any type of that type of bond. Okay, he works overnights at Walmart too. So no interaction with the public there at the overnights. So for all those reasons, Judge, and given his very limited criminal history, we'd be asking for no more than a $50,000 bond.
Mr. Kirk, your bond.
Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, as far as the housing goes, as the court can see, it's entirely inappropriate, no matter what shift he works.
Mr. Kirk, your bond set at $100,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with any minors. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set September 29, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you soon. Thank you. What is your full name, please?
Hi, good afternoon, Your Honor. My full name is Marcos Rene Lopez Martinez.
I'll waive reading of your complaint, enter pleas of not guilty, let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor regarding his bond recommendation, then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Poston?
$1 million, Your Honor. There is no degree of separation between this individual and his victim.
Defense counsel?
Judge, we'd be asking for a much lower bond than that, somewhere around the 200,000 range. Reading the interim complaint, it sounds like there's some bigger scheme here that potentially, I'm just not answer, okay? That potentially he didn't have the extent of the involvement in or the knowledge. He also has housing that's away from minors. It's with his grandmother, who he has, she's able to support him. She's okay with him staying there. There's no children there. He has employment. He has absolutely no criminal history, felony or misdemeanor, with a 1 on both the scales, no active flag, and only 24 years old, Judge. So we do not believe that $1 million bond is necessary here, and we're asking for 200,000 or less.
Mr. Lopez Martinez, your bond set at $200,000. No contact with any minor, no contact with the victims involved in this case. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set September 29, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you.
Oh, nice. Nice. Take around with
Yeah, just say it. From this one, you sit down.
Manuel.
What is your full name, sir?
Manuel Alejo Fierro.
Like you had a warrant for your arrest for aggravated assault on a peace officer. The alleged incident date was on November 21st, 2024. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty, quash a warrant, let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor regarding his bond recommendation, then I'll hear from your attorney. Mr. Poston?
Your Honor, typically the state would go ahead with the bond amount. However, what stood out to the state was this individual, when interviewed, told the interviewer that he, quote, did not want to show up for his court hearing. The state therefore asked for a $7,500 bond because this defendant clearly has not indicated he's willing to comply with the court's orders.
Defense counsel?
Judge, we'd be asking for the requested amount of $1,500. I don't have any context of how that statement was made. So I ask you not to consider that, just given we don't really know anything.
Mr. Alejo Fierro, your bond is set at $1,500. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your arraignment date is set for September 25th at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you if you're able to post bond. You got to make sure you show up for your court hearing, sir. You got to have a good record on release if you're able to post that bond. You're excused. Thank you.
Bustos.
What
And I-
is your full name, please?
David Bustos Jr.
Is your middle name Benjamin?
Yes.
You're charged with domestic violence, disorderly conduct involving a weapon. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutors regarding his bond recommendation. Mr. Poston?
$3,500, Your Honor.
Defense counsel?
Just a moment, Your Honor. Judge, we'd be asking you release into pretrial services. I understand that they share a residence, Mr. Bustos and the victim. However, I just talked to him and his mother and father live locally and he is able to stay with them and stay away from the victim. He just couldn't remember their numbers, so he wasn't able to give that information. He does have, it looks like he doesn't have any felony or misdemeanor priors, one on both the scales, no flag. This is a class 6 felony, so rather low.
Mr. Bustos, your bond set at $3,500 plus release of pretrial services. You must comply with any monitored treatment they recommend. You're not allowed to drink any alcohol, take any illegal drugs, do not commit any further acts of domestic violence, don't go to where the victim lives or works, and don't have any contact with the victim. Preliminary hearing is set for September 29th at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you soon. Thank you. You're excused.
Boy. Sure.
What is your full name, please?
Archman Court.
You're charged with being a prohibited possessor. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor regarding his bond recommendation. Mr. Poston?
Excuse me, Your Honor. State submits on the written record.
Defense counsel?
Just a moment, Judge. Judge, we'd be asking for a much lower bond or release. It looks like he has housing with his brother that he can live with. He also works for that company. So he will not be staying with the victim in the misdemeanor. So for those reasons, we're asking for a lower bond.
Mr. McCoy, it looks like you're on felony probation. I'm gonna set your bond at $5,000. Possess no firearms. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set September 29th at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. You also have the 2 new charges of domestic violence assault from today's date. I'm gonna enter pleas of not guilty. On the misdemeanor charges, I will enter pleas of not guilty, release you, no contact with Maria Henderson. And I will set your next court date on this matter for, it's going to be, gosh, oh, hell. It's going to be September 24th at 1:30 p.m. actually is going to be your next court date in city court. Thank you. You're excused. You have white out.
Salcido.
Hold on, sir.
Buen accidente, bro.
What is your full name, please?
Don Salcido Jr.
What's your last name again?
Salcido.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, so Mr. Salcido, looks like you're charged with 2 separate felony charges. One case is aggravated shoplifting, organized retail theft. The other case is a robbery case, both occurring on September 12th, 2025. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearings. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor regarding his bond recommendation. Then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Poston,
Your Honor, 7,500.
on both cases,
Yes.
defense counsel?
We'd be asking for a lower bond than that. We don't have any verified employment at this time, so any amount of bond is likely going to be too much to pay.
I'm living at a halfway house. I'm on ITS.
Yeah, it looks like you're on probation, Mr. Salcido, and you're not even supposed to be allegedly picking up any new crimes. Both cases, your bonds are set at $5,000, no contact with any victims. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearings for both cases are set September 29th at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. You are excused. Thank you. What is your full name, please?
Christian Joshua Santa Cruz.
All right, you're charged with 3 counts of theft of means of transportation, 2 counts of burglary in the 3rd degree, 1 count of burglary, possession of burglary tools, 1 count of conspiracy illegally conducting an enterprise. I'm going to enter of theft and means of transportation. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Let you know that you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation. Mr. Poston?
State submits on the written record, Your Honor.
And the state's asking for a $75,000 bond. Defense counsel?
Judge, we'd be asking for a lower bond. This is considered a nonviolent offense. He's a level 1 on the pretrial services matrix. He also does not have an active NVCA flag. He has verified housing, employment, and support with his wife. So we'd be asking for a lower bond.
Mr. Santa Cruz, your bond is set at $30,000. No contact with any of the victims. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. September 29th at 1:30 is your preliminary hearing. Your attorney will be in touch with you soon. Thank you.
Smith.
What is, oh, sorry.
Back over there.
If you're ready,
Hello.
what's your comment to the record?
What is your full name, please?
Sheila Rose Smith.
You're charged with theft of means of transportation and unlawful possession of a dangerous drug paraphernalia. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor regarding his bond recommendation. Mr. Poston?
$25,000, Your Honor. This defendant has an extensive history.
Defense counsel?
Judge, this is considered a nonviolent offense. She's also homeless and unemployed. Her last prior is from 2019, and she finished her sentence right at the end of 2020. Hasn't picked up anything new felonies since. I do not believe the bond needs to be that much, Judge. She's not going to be able to pay anywhere near that amount.
Ms. Smith, your bond set at $10,000. No contact with the true owner of the vehicle. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. September 29th at 1:30 is your preliminary hearing. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you. What is your full name, please?
John Yard the third.
All right, waive reading of the complaint. Enter pleas of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding his bond recommendation. Mr. Poston?
Your Honor, state submits on the written record.
I didn't get a printout. What's your bond recommendation?
This is Mr. Yard.
Yes.
Yeah.
5,000.
Thank you. Any objection by the state? I mean, by the defense, sorry.
Yes, Judge. We'd be asking for a pretrial release. It looks like he had a prior from 2023 that was actually dismissed due to competency. So I think there's a strong chance these charges won't even go forward. He's clearly dealing with some health issues. I think there's some issues with the probable cause of interim complaint and whether he knew about his conditions. So for those reasons, we are asking you release him to pretrial services.
Mr. Yard, your bond. Mr. Poston, what was your bond recommendation?
$5,000, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set the bond at $5,000. Public Defender's Office is appointed. September 29th, 1:30 is the preliminary hearing. Mr. Yard, you also have a misdemeanor shoplifting charge from Justice Court. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty, release you on that charge only. September 29th at 8:30 is your next court date in justice court, and I'll let them know that you're in custody on a felony matter. You also had 2 cases out of city court. One case was a new charge of criminal trespass, and then a warrant for a criminal trespass. I'm going to quash those warrants, enter pleas of not guilty. Set your next court date in city court, November 21st at 9 a.m. I will appoint a city public defender to represent you. Your attorneys will be in touch with you. Thank you. And everyone's excused. Thank you.
There.